Okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about extrude along a path. In Inventor this is called sweep, but the terminology you need to know is extrude along a path. This is a really useful command for creating extrusions which need to go along, say, a curvy line, or something like pipes that need to go around corners, something that would be quite difficult to do with just an extrusion alone. In this case, I've got the little teacup from the Revolve video, the one that was desperately needing a handle, and we are going to put the handle on it. So first thing I've got to do is I have to make two things. I need to make a sketch for a profile that is going to be extruded, and I need to make the path that is going to be extruded along. Now in this case I think I'm going to make the path first, so I'm looking for a work plane that cuts through my teacup, and as I like doing, I'm going to use slice graphics so that I can see a lot better and more clearly what's going on inside the sketch that I'm making. So I'm wanting to make a little handle here. I'm just going to pan over a little bit, and to do that I'm going to use the spline tool. So I'm going to draw from inside the cup. I'm going to draw just a little handle shape, like so. Making sure that I finish it and I start it inside the material, not on the edge, because this is a sloping surface, if I start it on the edge I end up with a little gap, which is quite difficult to deal with. So that finishes off my path that this is going to be extruded along. What I need now is I need the profile that is going to be extruded along that path. To do that, I need to make a profile at the beginning or the end of this little line. Now that's a little bit tricky, especially on this particular object which has got curved surfaces. So I'm going to use something called parallel to plane through point, because I want my profile, my sketch, to be parallel to this plane, and I want it to go through that point, which you can just see in red, and that's the beginning of my path. So if I click that, I've now created a work plane just where that path starts. So now when I make a sketch, and then I'm going to do the same thing again, I'm going to use my new work plane, right click, slice graphics, so that I can see what's going on. Now I'm going to use project geometry to grab that point so that I know that I'm definitely drawing in the correct place, and then I am going to draw the profile. Now I'm going to do a little elliptical handle, but you can do a circle, it can be a square, rectangle, any kind of shape. And then our extrude along a path in Inventor, it's called sweep. So here's my sweep. If I click it, it's up in the Create tab, and it should have auto-selected my profile and the path that I want to sweep it along. So that's quite good. I could also do this to cut, but it's quite rare that you need to cut with a sweep, so I'm not going to show it, but you would just use that to subtract the material instead. So if I click OK, there we go, there's the handle for my cup. It doesn't go inside it, it stays perfectly on the outside. The one thing that is a bit of an issue, which I'll need to go back and modify, is if you do look closely, the sweep is not perfect in there. So when my path went in, it would need to go into the material of the cup a little bit more, but I can change that later. So that is extruding along a path.